Hello and welcome to Compliance Weekly, 19th December 2023. Uh, let's start with going through milestone board. Does anyone have any idea which one was the last one we discussed here? Or we went through each one of them?
No clue. I don't think I was there for the
Keep
last
going
one.
down. Keep going down. I think it was that CI variable one.
Okay. Okay, so next one is with Josefa. Send instance level audit events to S3.
Yes, so this was the backend work for instance level streaming of instance level audit event streaming to S3 destinations. The front end is also completed. I have to roll out the feature flag right now.
Okay. Next is with Hitesh. Model for namespace filter.
So the table and models for instance level namespace filtering for custom HTTP destinations has been merged and deployed on production.
Jay is not with us. It's adherence report filtering. Anyone has any idea about it?
Yeah, I ended up verifying this one if you open it up. But in the compliance framework report, the adherence report, there's now filtering by those 4 different things. So you can filter by projects, frameworks, checks, and standards. So as we continue to expand the adherence report, this is going to be really helpful. And yeah, there's a video there, demo as well.
In the MVC, we still don't have the filtering by frameworks yet. So yeah, that must be missing.
Oh yes, because the frameworks aren't attached yet. The first 3, sorry.
Okay, so this is the same, I think, front end for the instance level streaming we discussed earlier, right? Next is follow up, add a GIN index to name field of compliance frameworks table with Hitesh.
So earlier I had added compliance frameworks filtering in the dashboard, and there was a problem with the name field that it was using a binary tree index, and database maintainer suggested me to use a GIN index instead of it because that will be more better. That will be better in this case. So this MR corresponding to this issue adds that.
Next is with Nate, filter streaming audit events by subgroup projects in group level UI.
Yes, so off the back of Hitesh's work, adding the APIs to filter group level streaming destinations by a namespace. So there's now a drop down and you add a streaming HTTP streaming destination, and you can pick a project or a subgroup to filter all your audit events by.
Okay. Next is variable changes audit event with Sam.
Yes. This tracks audit CI variable changes for group and project. I created a follow-up for instance level since we noticed that that isn't tracking as we thought.
Okay. Next, I think just updates and planning issue. Moving on to 16.7 planning, discussing the progress here. First one is with Ilya. Improve, manage, edit compliance frameworks, MVC.
Yeah, we have like free merge requests, which allow us to release it by flipping feature flag in review with final approvals, block it with this QA issue I've mentioned today earlier. I have already the merge request open for QA issue, so I expect this will make early 16.8. So it didn't make to 16.7, but is ready code-wise other than that. the last week was tough on getting pipelines green, you know, everyone.
Next is SAML SSO with SAM.
Yes. Yeah, that made it into the release, and we're going to start rolling out feature flag for the group level. And this was for instance level, but yeah, the instance level was added to the release, and group level will be starting to roll out this week.
Okay, next is with me. I've created so basically we already had a sidekick job which does the data transfer process for events table, and for audit events, much of the code was going to remain same. So I had to first refactor the event sidekick job, and for that I have created one MR. Hopefully by this week it should get merged, and then I can start with the audit event sync worker. And hopefully by before end of this year we can start with the data transfer process. Next is with J. Anyone has any idea about this adherence report improvements?
Yeah, so as just discussed, filtering was released in 16.7, and the export work, I think the final MR has been approved and is in the merge pipeline mess at the moment. Grouping is in review, and scan on demand, I believe, is the back end work or the planning has completed and just needs to start on that now.
Okay. Next is with me, improving admin and group level default branch protection settings. And for this, before I went on PTO, there were 2 migration MRs created, and thanks to Hitesh for moving one of my MR and getting it merged. For this milestone, we are just targeting ensuring that all the background migrations have run properly, and in next milestone we can actually start with the dev work.
Next
is-
one on me,
Yeah.
it is about compliance framework showing linked security policies. Yeah, we've scratched all the work, created all the issues, and make a good understanding how we will interact with security policies team, and already starting some development towards this 16.8 goal.
Next is with Josefa.
Yep. So the basic implementation for instance level streaming and group level streaming to AWS S3 is done. We don't have filtering, event type filters or namespace filters yet for these. I had a discussion with Hitesh this morning where we are planning to actually consolidate all the filtering and the way we actually add third-party integrations to make it a bit simpler. So if we move forward with that one, I'll instead start working on consolidating that, and then we can use that to create filters for AWS S3 and other streaming destinations that we have right now, third-party integrations.
Okay. Next is with Hitesh, streamed audit event filter.
For group level filtering, the feature flag has been rolled out till 75%, and I'm going to roll it out to 100%. For instance level, the models migrations has been released, but again, I'm going to halt the work right now for instance level because of the discussions related to consolidation of all the tables related to external audit event destinations. So I might start on that one once that is finalized, but
Okay. Next is with J, comprehensive instance level audit log. Anyone has any idea on this? Nope. Next one is with Mark, and he's not here. Okay.
For this
With-
epic also, a couple of issues have been assigned. Like one is assigned to me and another is assigned to Hitesh, because this was part of the OKR to actually increase the desk coverage for for compliance. And there's also another epic where we want to remove the redundant end-to-end tests, which can be covered by tests at a lower level. So we can have like unit tests or maybe feature tests for those and get rid of the existing end-to-end tests. So yeah.
Okay. We have some FYI and questions from Nate.
Yes, all from me. Yeah, I guess the first one was congrats, Hasima, on 2-year anniversary. It's a big milestone. The next one was just a shout out to Sam again on the mammoth effort last week, getting that MR in, also everyone else who helped, review and work on it. It was a huge amount of effort, so thank you, Sam, for getting it across the line and getting it in 16.7. Next one was holiday planning. I know we had created an issue and then closed it. After discussing with Phil, he wanted to create an issue to sort of outline what availability there is for if there's any need for any experts from compliance. So please have a look at that. I've updated it based off the calendar, but if there's anything wrong in there, just let me know. And please add any issues in there for PTO issues as well. The next one we've already discussed, async, and cancelled the next two compliance weeklies, so got a couple of weeks off. And then the final one I just wanted to make sure it's called out as well is we have been approved for the $100 USD meal or to expense a meal with friends and family. And as I put in the update, please, if you're possible, to take some pictures and share it in the social channels. And
Yeah, I just had a question there. If this is like the restriction is end of the year or end of financial year?
good question. It should be end of Jan because we're looking at setting up some section social calls in the end of Jan. So, and that's part of this sort of thing, although we know that people don't like eating on camera with other people. So go eat with your friends and family, then come have a social call and play some games with the rest of us. Yeah, any other questions? But make sure you get it in. Use it.
Yeah.
Was
Okay, so
the swag bonus also approved, or I heard something
Yeah,
about
the swag bonus has been approved and has gone to the swag team. So then they'll load up the credit into your account and then you should be able to log into the store or you should get an email. I'm not 100% sure on the process there. But we're
nice.
sort of waiting for them and they'll probably be on PTO now. Well, yeah, that probably will come in Jan as well.
okay, so any more questions or any FYI? Nope. Okay, so let's way back to camera. Stop.